one later on because I couldn't get the thumbnail to work. And I just realized we were going to cross the hill, so I needed to just hit the live button and worry that and change the title later. We're off to church. I hungered down yesterday and got that done. So I've got the project for Christina that she so wanted, and looks good. And I'm thankful that I got it done. When you care about somebody, you love somebody, you'll just do what needs to get done, and that's exactly what got done last night. So I turned on Elvis and went to work. So I'm tired this morning. I do not know if I'm going to hit the live button tonight. I may not. We will for sure on Monday at some point. I don't know when I'm sitting with Crystal tomorrow to just go over audio real quick. And I have to work on the pattern for the yarn, the cat, and then I've got to sit with my fabric, so I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit tomorrow. But yes, we have fabric with us in hand today because Christina has projects she needs to pick fabric out for. She's gonna eat me out of fabric and love you, but it's fine. So anyway, gonna have to start her own little fabric stash. But we'll do that one little bit at a time, y'all. I said to her yesterday, and that's so beautiful. I said, why don't you start a little kitty? So if you sell one, I said we take like $10 and I'll do the same with my end. And we put it in a little kitty and we start just having it for supplies and board and, the 3mm, the double sticky tape and fabric and all that kind of stuff. She thought that was a good idea. So it's a beautiful day out today. It's not too hot, which I'm thankful for. It needs to not be that way, but anyway, we're on the highway, my least favorite place to be, but we were running behind this morning because I got up. Anyway, I got up and we had, I was in the shower. Sometimes you come up with the most brilliant ideas when you're in the shower. And when I did her frame last night, because when we first started cutting these boards, they're getting a lot straighter, but this one was not straight, so it had a little bit of a void in it, and trying to get the frame, Josh did much better on the frame, to connect with the board, for it to all stay together was not easy. And so I had to kind of finagle it, and I actually had to put a little bit of ribbon around it, and I found silver ribbon, which looked great, but then I got up going, I want to look at that silver ribbon again, and I thought, why did I think about painting the ribbon once I put it on there? So then I painted it, and then of course I had sparkled the frame, so then I had to sparkle the ribbon. I had to paint the silver on, then I had to paint the sparkle stuff on, then I had to paint the Mod Podge on the whole thing. And I thought, well, if this thing is going to come off now, I'd be awfully surprised. So not only is it giving it another protection layer from it actually coming up, it's not going to come up now because it's not only been glued on with my really good glue, but it's been painted on top, sparkled on top, and Mod Podged on top. So it ain't coming up now. So, and it looks, even though you can tell there's something there and there's a ribbon there, it doesn't stick out because the ribbon was, I decided to do the frame in like a nickel because her title were 4 elements. And so I decided to do it in like a nickel color. And then once I did it in the nickel color, I'm like, and then I found this glitter that had like a little gold tinge to it, which I thought, well, that's an element. But I found silver ribbon, but it was like a lighter silver, and the nickel was kind of a little darker tinge to it. So it didn't work. It worked, but you could tell there was the ribbon, and yeah, you could still kind of tell there's a ribbon around it, but it's not in your face kind of thing, if that makes any sense. So, but it was worth taking a few minutes and taking the time to do that, because now the color blends in. But I'm rambling this morning. I'm tired, girl. I think I finally went to bed like 3:30 in the morning. Maybe it was 4 o'clock before I went, so I've had like 4 hours sleep. I'm gonna go home and take a nice long nap. I need to say to Christina, the next time you get upset with me or frustrated with me, just remember who stayed up and finished your King of Saga projects. Believe me. So once, sometime this week, I'll let her come on and show you all. But I want her to be the one to show you this first one. And I think for her first one, she did amazing. Her second one's better. I think this other one's even better. And I think that, I just keep telling her, you're going to improve and you're going to keep getting better. Just got to take your time, don't rush it. So anyway, that's pretty much the gist of that. And I'm just, I'm thankful for this morning, that beautiful sunrise this morning coming through the clouds. I'm thankful and I'm blessed. Yes, her first one was good, and it required me to outline it with the thread. The thing is, the thread that I'm using right now, which I don't think is what I'm going to continue to use without absolute frustration. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to outline every one that I do. I think I put my hair out. But this embroidery thread, even though I love what it does and the effect it gives, it's not intended for this. So I'm trying to make thread do what it was not intended for. And I love it, but I don't like how frustrating it is. And it worked. I got it. It looks really cool outline. This was just one that just screamed outline. It covered kind of some of her little bit of sins that she did, her little mistakes at first. And yet, even though those mistakes are there, it still shows handmade, and it was done out of love. She did this for somebody that has really come beside her in her journey right now and just been a real dear friend and help. So she wanted to do this one for her. So there was certainly some love put in this pattern for sure. And I know she loved it. So anyway, and that's why I stayed up. I thought about it. I thought, I didn't stay up to do it. I stayed up because it was important to my daughter, and it's because I loved her. And that's what we do when we love people. I hurt when I was doing it and everything, but I did it because I love my daughter. And I am just so thankful, as I was working on it last night, I was so thankful the space that we are in right now, because of kind of the difficult spaces we've been in lately. And that's just because her life was changing and my life was changing. I have been her mother for 20 plus years. Now I'm not only her mother, but I'm somebody's grandmother. That was a change for her. And if you know somebody on the spectrum, they don't handle those changes well. And so she wasn't handling it or processing it as well as she could have handled it. And of course, I was a safe zone. Mom can take it. I'm just going to dump on mom. I'm frustrated. I'm overwhelmed. And I got all that. But it was still hard. It was not easy to get through, but we got through it. And we're in a really, really good place. So as I was working last night, I was like, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. My head hurts. I thought I wouldn't trade the space that we're in right now for all the money in the world. You couldn't get it for me. And I think sometimes we forget to look at the past in order to be able to look at where we are. If somebody looks at the mile, they're running a race, they're looking ahead. They're not looking back necessarily. But sometimes it's helpful to just look back for a minute and see, oh, this is how far I've come. Hi, Belle. Oh, welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want somebody to connect with your channel. Another thing, too, I was watching last night just trying to relax and fall asleep. This gentleman, now I would not have done it, and I give him a lot of credit, but he actually went, there's the highest point, I think it was in England, don't get me, it was 4 o'clock in the morning when I was watching this, and he went to this hotel And I'm like, you're gonna go for me because I'm never gonna go. it ain't happening. I'm never gonna to climb on this hill, that's for sure. And anyway, he was climbing this hill, and I mean, first he had to, he had to get on this tram to meet his guide, because in order to climb to this specific hotel on this very top of the mountain, I don't even know how they built it, very top of the mountain, right? They had to, they had to go through all of this and go through all this dangerous stuff and crevices and, the snowy mountains, and he had to have a guide who knew what he was doing, and they had to tether themselves to each other. So they said if one fell in the crevice, another one could pull him out. And I thought, they were doing this as a team. He didn't just willy-nilly say, I'm going to go to the highest point in England, I think it was, on this hill. I mean, I'm like, I wouldn't do it. To stay in a hotel, they said the food was delicious. And it wasn't like a fancy hotel. It was a simple hotel, but the views and everything were stunning. I mean, to be able to go through all he did to get on this hotel, but he didn't do it by himself. He did it with a guide who knew what they were doing, and they tethered each other so that if one fell, another one could pick them up. And I think in life we forget how important that is. We forget how important it is for a community to come together, and we tether each other to one another so we can help each other. So if one falls, guess what? We're pulling each other up. We're not allowing each other to go down in a crevice, or crevasse, I think it's called. Excuse me, I haven't had my coffee yet. Yeah, it's crevasse or whatever with the ice. And, we're not allowing somebody to drop down there. They're tethered to us. We're part of a community. I don't care where it is or what part of it. When you come in here to Blessed to Crochet, you are part of a community. And you're a part of people that very much want to make sure that you have support without ever going through your life. But he just didn't say, hey, I'm just going to do it myself. He said, in order to make this climb, he did it he had to do it with a guide. And they had to stop halfway through. And he said he kept looking back a little bit just to see, hi Lydia, just to see exactly, they've changed it. So now that you have a blue badge for the mods, which I wish that to me, I wish they wouldn't have done that. But anyway, it is what it is. Your thing, you can put exclamation point Lydia. Everybody else can put hashtag blessed to connect with your channel. But he kept looking back. Why? He wanted to see the views, of course, but he also wanted to see where he had come from. Look how far we have come. And that's part of looking sometimes at people, at things that are going back. Like I can look back the past couple months going, it's been a rough couple months. I'm loving where my daughter and I are right now. Was it worth it? Was it hard to stay up and do what I needed to do last night and take sleep away from me? Yeah, it was. Was it worth it? Absolutely. Why? Well, there's a deer. I don't know if you saw him, because I love my daughter. So you got to see the deer this morning. I don't know if you saw them, but there they were. They were the mama and their 3 babies. So anyway, but I'm just loving where we're at, where we're sitting, and I'm thankful for just the blessings that God has given me, and it's worth it. I'm so thankful for this community and the people surrounding me. I'm in a good place right now. I really am. And I'm loving the Kinasaga journey. I'm loving that you all are coming with me. I'm just so grateful for each and every one of you guys are rock stars. You know that. So anyway, you got to see some deer this. So anyway, with that being said, if you can't tell, I got tired eyes going. I threw my makeup on this morning. I just threw it on because things were running behind a little bit this morning. But anyway, we're almost to church. So I'm going to say this, be proud of being you, because everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. Have a wonderful day. I do not know if I'm going to go live later to see how this girl feels after she goes home and has a well-deserved nap, because she did something for somebody that she loves more than anything else in this world. Love y'all. Have a great night. See, I'm still at nighttime. Great day. Bye-bye, everybody. May or may not see you later. Bye-bye. And thank you all for being the blessing behind Blessed to Crochet.